And apart from us being rained out today, things have been flying along for you guys.
Yeah, look, the rain's unfortunate today, but I think the right decision's been made in terms of postponing and moving the carnival back a week. I think it's really important that we get the spacing between these key races, particularly for the babies, the 2-year-olds. So a good decision. But as you mentioned, our sales so far this year have been quite extraordinary. And part of it is just market demand, and part of it is that I think the buyers now know that you almost double your chance of getting a Group 1 winner buying out of Inglis than any of the other local sales. So if it's almost double the chance, then that's driving more demand from our sale.
And of course, in relation to the slipper, the equal favourite and Profiteer won the $2 million Inglis Millennium last month with Huey Bowman. It's so great to see these graduates of yours that just go on strength to strength and success story after success story.
Yeah, of course. Look, it's frustrating to have to wait another week to see Profiteer. He's such a dominant colt. He won the Millennium by 5 or 6 lengths under a bit of a hold. So he's obviously a great chance, but there's a couple of other Inglis horses. Another one there, President, that's done a great job for Coolmore so far out of the Easter sale last year.
And Home Affairs too.
Home Affairs, but I was going to say with our President, he actually likes the wet. So I thought today could have been his day. And, Home Affairs was quite an expensive colt. He was $875 at Easter last year and doing a great job for his owners, Coolmore.
I reckon Huey Bowman is breathing a sigh of relief this morning with this rescheduling, because I think he was a little bit worried about that heavy track for Profiteer, so it could be work in his favour.
Yeah, there was only 2 of the whole field that have seen anything like a wet track. So, the right decision has been made without any question, isn't it? Now, we watch your sales go up in tiers, of course, with the classic sale at the Inglis, the wonderful Inglis complex at Warwick Farm, through to the Premier sale. And that brings us to Easter. And it usually is such a party, a celebration. It's much more than just a horse sale. And this year we'll have people there again, which is fantastic.
People!
Yeah, wow. I mean, it's frightening to think back what happened this time last year. It was around now that the Prime Minister made an announcement where he banned all live auctions. And it was 10 o'clock in the evening, and I definitely fainted on the lounge. I think I just slept there all night, or tried to. Yeah, but it was quite extraordinary. We had to run the Easter sale last year without any buyers, without any horses present. We still had the auctioneer in the ring, and we created the virtual sale format, which went, really well under the circumstances. But it's a great relief to be heading into a live auction in just a couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that, the Easter Yearling Sale, which does take place next month, as you say. How is the event looking, and how is the catalogue, more importantly, looking?
Yeah, the catalogue's been out for a little while now. We've got 466. So it's important to remember with the Easter sale, because we have 3 major select sales, it may not be as big as some of the other sales, but we do a bit of the homework for the buyers and try and grade them. And the Easter sale is the best of the best. It's where there are more Group 1 winners coming out of that sale than any other sale in this part of the world. I think there's been something like 23 since 2018, which is extraordinary. And, then they're going to be there. So the next Group 1 winners will be there, the next Exceedances, the next Fun Stars, the Loving Gabbies that have all come out of that sale. They'll be there, and it's just a matter of the buyers coming in, trying to find the right ones, which is always a part of the challenge, but it's also joyful for them to go and try and do that.
Yeah, you always got to find out what's under the hood. You just never know. Now, the online bidding is still going to be there, and it's important to note that because there's a very big international appeal for the Easter sale.
Yeah, that's right. Look, it's interesting because it creates a bit of an opportunity for the local buyers. Typically, about half of the expenditure at the Easter Yearling Sale is from internationals, and generally they're present on the grounds. Obviously, last year they weren't, but the sale, was down considerably last year due to COVID. This year, I do think it creates some opportunity for the locals. Yes, there will be internationals bidding online. Some will bid over the phone, but it won't necessarily be the same as you may ordinarily get. It's nothing like being at an auction, really. So that allows the locals to step up and get more involved in what is Australia's best yearling sale. So I encourage the locals to take that as an opportunity.
Mark, it certainly has been. I've been out there with you at the Riverside Complex as well with, there she is, Gay Waterhouse in a golf buggy. I couldn't get a golf buggy, but Gay could definitely get a golf buggy. It's been a really strong start to the year for the industry, hasn't it? It's sort of, you know, not to harp on about COVID-19, but it's sort of changed a bit of the dynamic and the fact that people, they're still spending.
Well, they are, Julie, one of the key things, I guess, about COVID, without talking on the negative side, and the positive side is the racing kept going right through COVID. There were no delays. The racing administrators in this country did a great job. The prize money generally held up during that period. So people who had spent money on racehorses, whether as an investment, and some people do, they buy colts and try and make multi-million-dollar stallions. Others just get together with mates and buy shares in horses and just do it for the fun. But either way, their horses weren't standing around idle in the paddock waiting for COVID to end. They were out racing and competing. And even if they couldn't attend the races physically, the horses were there and they could celebrate and enjoy racing. So I think that gives people confidence to keep investing in racing and enjoy the sport that doesn't stop.
Yeah, and our show is called Racing Dreams, and I have to bring up the Everest last year. The result didn't quite go there, but it was a very much an Inglis racing dream when you think of the whole context of the horse that you had.
Yeah, of course. Well, Guitra was our representative there, and it's a horse that's come from Adelaide. He was a cheap horse, 40,000 out of our Melbourne Premier sale a few years ago, and we just love seeing horses like that step up and compete. He was very close to winning. Obviously, another Inglis horse, Classic Legend, won the race and has since gone off to Hong Kong. But yeah, we love being part of the Everest, and we do try and pick a horse every year that we think can represent the company really well. It has to be an Inglis sold horse. But if it's a horse that has a big syndicate of owners that may not ordinarily be able to pop up to 600,000 to be in the race, then that's something that we like to get behind and enjoy the whole ride. So looking forward to the next running in October.
Yeah, let's get through the slipper first.
but everyone did get on board the G-Tra. That was quite a story. Mark, enjoy your weekend.
Thanks very much, guys.
And of course, we will be doing a live broadcast from the sale the evening of Friday, May 7 from the Riverside Complex. We'll stay across all the Inglis sales as well. It is such a fantastic event. They're wonderful people.